Hey guys, Game Modder here again. This is a portable tutorial on how to make an N64 portable. First off, I'll show you one of my earlier projects. It is the Leapfrog or LeapPad portable that I worked on with some backlights and all that good stuff. It's not my best work, as you can see around like the edges here. It's very sloppy. So what we're going to be doing is making a really good one this time. What you're going to need is an N64 portable with an expansion slot preferably, but you can have the regular one if you want. So what you're going to do is you're going to take out the 6 screws on the bottom here and the 2 legs, and the 2 legs here. So they are kind of wonky in the fact that they're socket screws instead of just like the normal Phillips head screwdriver. So what you're going to have to do is either get the bit that actually fits that kind of screw, or you can take a Bic pin and melt the bottom of it with a lighter. Just melt the bottom of it with a lighter and then stick it down on top of it and hold it there for about 10 to 20 seconds, and as soon as it solidifies, you can start using it as a bit and it'll take it right out. Or you could do what I did and just Dremel the crap out of it. What I did was I Dremeled here and got around the screw head and around this screw head and around that one, and just brute force just ripped it open, and it seemed to work just fine. But if you do that, make sure that you remove the expansion slot first. So that is a must. So after I took it apart, this is pretty much what I got. This actually connects here, so kind of like that. So this is what you're kind of going to find. You're going to find a bunch of these metal things on the tops of these, and they have like gunk on the bottom of it. It's a heatsink compound. And you're going to take a bunch of, well, first off, it's just a big aluminum heatsink right here, and then it's inside of a metal frame. So you're going to take off a buttload of screws off the top, and there's like little screws here and then here. So you got to take them all off, and it's just a pain. So you got to take all those off. As soon as those are all off, you can take off the heatsink. You can take off the metal frame and you can just lift this straight out. So fairly simple. If you want, you can relocate the cartridge slot port. All you have to do is just pull off and it comes off just real easy. No big deal. So you can move it to wherever you'd like, put it on the back, whatever. It'd be awesome, whatever you want to do. I don't think I want to do that for this modification due to space, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave this one here, and we're going to do some trimming around this board and cutting along the silver edge there, because it's not completely necessary. But anyways, so first things first, we got to desolder the ports. I'm leaving the power and the video ports on for now for testing purposes. But other than that, these are coming off. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over. Yeah, also you'll probably notice that this is a super dirty board. I mean, what do you expect for boards that are like 30 years old, or not 30, sorry. What do you expect for boards that are 20 years old and, a bunch of kids probably just spilled a Coke inside of it? But you got to give props to Nintendo for this board. I mean, they did a very good job for durability. You can't say much for that today. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. And we're gonna start desoldering. I already started it a little bit. I've had a little issue with the recording program I have here. If y'all have any suggestions for a recording program, please leave it in the comments. So I've already started on this one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start desoldering ground. So what I have here is my desoldering iron. Ground's going to be a little touchy because the whole board acts as a heat sink, and it dissipates all the heat from the ground port. Alright, so it's already molten, so we're going to just suck all that out there. And it didn't get it all, obviously. Of course. It never really does on those ground ports. So we're going to do it again. Alright, it's becoming molten again. We're going to leave it on there for just a little bit longer. Yeah, see, it didn't do anything. So, that looks okay. We're going to go on to the next one here. This is the player 2 port. And this is the, I believe it's the positive lead. Then the middle one is the data lead. And then this other side is ground. And I believe it's like that for all of the ports. And here's the pesky little grounding port right now. Yeah, see, it's being a turd. Yeah, that's like the one you are looking at. So I'm gonna just do the task. There we go. I guess I did remove enough off the ground. So there's player 1 and 2 right there. Here's the backside. So we can just throw that away. We don't need it yet or anymore. Depending on what you want to do with your portable, you don't need those. So we're going on to 3 and 4. Okay, looks like that popped off the back. I could just take it right off. Sweet. So now we got, what is it? 3, 6, 9, 12 open holes now. And we don't need that anymore, so throw that away. And I guess we'll just bin these off. We don't really care about these too much. Is it 3, 6, 9, 12 open holes now. And we don't need that anymore, so throw that away. And I guess we'll just bin these off. We don't really care about these too much. Alright, next we're going to do the switch here. And it's looking pretty gross, as you can see. So we're going to flip it over, and it looks like we have 8 connections here, plus the extra 4, so that's 12 that hold the actual switch on the board. So we'll start with the ones on the sides here. So there's the switch. It is now off. Well, no pun intended, really. It is no longer on the board. So that's that. I don't much care for the reset switch, so I don't mind destroying it. Cool. Ah, here we go. So, and the mess we made. Wife's going to be happy about that one. Alright. Alright, so the ports are now off, and we can go on to the next step. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. We will be continuing this video later and actually doing some tests and cutting this up and whatnots. Alright, thanks. Bye.